Okay, I didn't really know what I was gonna talk about when I started this video. I just decided, hey, let's start this video and see where it takes us. It's just like life, right? You don't know what you're gonna do, but as long as you start, the way will be created, right? Spontaneous. It's all about being spontaneous. That's how adventures are born, through being spontaneous. Being spontaneous could take you to places you've never seen before. And I feel like by being spontaneous, you would see things in life happen way more, interestingly, rather than like trying to plan everything out. Because it's like when you try to plan everything out, it's sort of, you might delay yourself because of the fact that you're planning because you want things to be working out perfectly, right? But the thing is, life doesn't really happen like exactly how you want it to be. Life is all over the place. It always is all over the place. What you have to do is adapt to every situation while still being spontaneous. You know what I mean? Being spontaneous is the way to go. So that's one of my goals at the moment, is just being more spontaneous and not really planning so much, but just more like just doing and going with the flow and just seeing where things take me. Because it's like, yeah, do I really like, but when I do things, I have to ask myself, do I really want to do this right now? Do I? Some things I may not want to do. Well, then I can't be spontaneous when it comes to that, but I could be spontaneous in other ways. It's all a part of being creative, Being spontaneous is a part of being creative. You have to explore all the time, because that's how you'll find out or discover things along the way, is by exploring. So let's see if I can do something spontaneous right now. Hey, mi niño. I'm talking to my cat. He's right across from me. He's so cute. He knows he's cute. He likes being in charge of his own, surroundings, He's so funny. You should see how he looks like right now. But I don't really want to show you, let me see if I can show you though. That's my baby, right? It's my baby. Damn, I just lost a little clip that's supposed to hold this together here. So, that's one thing I know that it's like I haven't done that much of. I mean, I do sort of am spontaneous to a degree, but it's like I noticed that I haven't been as spontaneous as I could be, because it's like another thing about people putting obstacles in your path. It's like it sort of makes you feel like once you're drained and stuff from all the all of the you know, things that people make you focus on, you know, them taking you away your attention. It's like after a while, it's like you just get so energetically drained to the point that it's like you don't even feel like doing anything. So then you stay home to either sleep, either relax, and that's not even really, that could stop you from being creative and spontaneous, because then it's like most of your energy is spent trying to recharge yourself from all of the energetic drainage. And it's like it's time to be more in our zone. Be more in our zone, because as we're in our zone, because this video right here is spontaneous, and I have to make more videos like that, spontaneous videos, because it's just, hey, it's life, right? We have to do something here. We can't just not do anything, you know. Do something, because it's like, if you don't do anything, it's like, what are you living for, right? What are you exactly living for? Especially if everything around you is just like, it just makes you feel bad, right? Like your environment doesn't feel right. Like, it's like, what are you living for? Because it's like, the only way you can change that is by doing spontaneous things and being the one creating, being the one actually affecting your environment. And that's it. That's it. That's what I'm trying to come to right here. Is that we have the power to affect our environment. And that's what I'm focused on doing right now. It's affecting my environment, because I can. I don't have to listen to everybody telling me, oh, they would like to do this and that. And no. It's time to say no to those things, and time to say yes to me. Yes to everything I could possibly do right now. You know, find a way. Find a way, because there are solutions to every situation. There really is. It's just, you just gotta tune into those solutions. All the answers are within. The answers are within. It's my baby crying. You know, I am in my own world right now. I can develop my world even more. I could develop my world even more. You know. I'm thinking about, you know, like carving this wood. I had this wood for quite a while, for like, I would say since 2012, because I was so interested in creating or making my own wands at the time. And I got the tools to start the carving, um, but I never actually started the carving. Oh, actually I did. I took a lot of I sanded it down a bit, but now it's time to complete the project. You see, some of these projects started a long time ago, but they've been in limbo when it came to like the completion of them. And that's all because of all of the, because it's my creativity, right? I have a lot of creative ideas, but because of all the distractions and energy drainage and stuff like that, things take longer than they should. But now it's time for me to, I've decided for quite a while that it's time for me to like just be focused mostly on my needs and myself, because it's like this world could lead you so far from yourself, and you just really have to get back in tune with yourself and everything that you feel like doing, because that's your creativity, that's your life. You know, I probably could have had like a whole bunch of children by now, but a lot of the reason why I at the moment, you know, like, okay, my cat is my child at the moment, but I have other children on the way. And the reason why I didn't have children before is because I felt like I didn't have enough knowledge or information to know how to navigate my reality. I didn't have that much information, because like I know I had a lot of creative ideas, right? But I didn't know how to actually bring them into form. I didn't know how to actually bring them into form, because, you know, in this world you gotta know, like, you gotta know the law, you gotta know, you know, how to create a business, how to get funding, how to get resources. And it's not that that's the only way to do it, because other ways it's like you just gotta like find all the resources around you that you currently have in the moment that don't require you to do that much. But it's like you can't always depend on other people. Sometimes it's like you just really just gotta like go into the source where they can give you the funding so that you can have the resources to do what it is that you need to do for your creative ideas. And I know that no man is an island, and that we all can use each other and work with each other. But you know, like the first step to actually completing a creative project is just putting the project into steps, manageable steps that you can accomplish day by day, and knowing how to accomplish those steps. Like, what do you need to know? What do you need to do? And it's like it could be complicated, but it's like it's actually simple. It's just you just gotta get to the right source of information. Like, I pretty much got a lot of tools to actually complete some projects at the moment. And I guess that's part of being spontaneous, is using those tools that I have at the moment. But if I really, like I was talking about children, right? If I would like to have children, more children, right? I have to make sure that the environment that I live in is fertile for me to raise my children. And that's part of the creative process. First, you have to know where you're going to, how you're going to have what you need to raise your children. And I know that the man or my mate also plays a role in making sure that we are provided for. But as a female, I know that in this life, they say, oh, women are becoming masculine and stuff, right? But think about it. Does it make sense that if you lived in a home where okay, my father passed away when I was young, like 7 years old. So I've always had to be independent since I was young, and I was the oldest. So you could imagine the amount of stress and stuff, and all of the stuff that I had to figure out myself because, language barriers and just the fact that there's just so much that occurred in my upbringing that also affected my subconscious mind. So certain things were delayed because of that. So it's like, where was I going? So I forgot what I was even going with that. Like when being that young, right, and having to figure things out myself, that's a lot of stuff I had to go through, especially knowing that my father, I don't even really want to talk about all of this, but it's like my father had two families, right? Family with my mother and family with the other side of the family. And that just caused a lot of chaos. A lot of chaos. It made me think that I wasn't worthy of any attention. So I was mostly to myself because of the chaos and the energy I felt, the envy and things like that. So that plays a role in the reason why I don't have children yet. Like, because I know, because it's like, to me, it makes me more serious in my mind about relationships. And it's like I have to make sure that the person I'm with is really gonna love me for me. And that I'm not just with somebody that's gonna not be a good person and things like that. So it's like, when I was in my previous relationships, I just felt sort of like I was always observing and I was really looking out. It was a lot of, it was terrible. It was terrible. And I had really bad depression back then. because it's like it was so complicated. Do you realize how complicated that is? How complicated it is to, have all those dynamics in your subconscious mind just playing and affecting your creativity. So that's the reason. And it's like you really have to let go of all those things, because it's like it's delaying your progress. And that's what I'm getting at here, about how it's so important to be spontaneous, because it's like if you try to plan everything, you'll probably never see things. But if you be spontaneous and just trust the flow, it's like things will fall into place, and all you have to do is adapt. That's all you have to do. Adapt to life as it goes and flows. And like and people think that depression is really like you just like just choosing to dwell on bad things, but that's not what it is for everybody. It's not. It's more like your mind is just so like, it's like so much subconscious programming from the environment that you lived in that is affecting how you process your current reality. And it's like you're frozen. Depression is like being frozen. So it's like you feel like the weight of the world on you, because you have all these things stopping you from moving. And that's why it's called deep rest, depression, because it's like you're literally like slowed down from all of the pressure. And it's like you want something better. That's the reason why, for all the sadness too, because you deserve something better, you want something better. But it's like the things in your mind, it's like you're trying to make a choice, and it's like, but once you make that choice, it's like you start to open up and stuff, and the depression starts to lift, because you're starting to really understand things on a deeper level. So I'm not really sure what other people think about that, and either way, it's not about what people think. It's just, it's like who you are, right? So you shouldn't feel ashamed for going through those things. You really shouldn't. You know the reason why. And it's not a bad reason. You're not depressed because you want to be. You're depressed because you're trying to let go of the subconscious programming that's affecting you and affecting how you move and affecting your emotions and all of that. So, and now that you know, and now you know that one of the main things is not caring what people think, because what people think isn't always really based in reality. Like, they're thinking something and they're choosing to see the negative aspect of how you appear to them rather than the positive. They don't know what's happening on the inside. They only know what they can see, right? And so, creativity. It's all about letting go of subconscious beliefs, going with the flow, being spontaneous, trusting and communicating with the world around you, because like if you keep it all to yourself, do you really exist? If nobody knows about anything, do you really exist? You only exist in your own world. Nobody knows if you don't let it out. Nobody knows. But if you let it out, then others know. And that's how you can engage with the world around you. And it could be more fulfilling because there are players in your game or your reality that are going to enjoy being around you too, because they support you. And so that was that spontaneous video. And you see, it was successful, right? Successful. So until next time. Until next time.